So I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about Cenk running for president? It's kind of a little crazy for me.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him privately, obviously, because I've only seen him privately once in my life. I don't know what his goal is. I don't know if he's like trying to write a book or if he's trying to prove a point, or I truly don't understand. It seems silly, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, obviously, look, it puts me in a weird position because, like, I do work with Cenk, but I'm also trying to make sure the Democrats win. So it's been interesting for me. And I literally can't talk to him right now because, PACs can't coordinate with presidential campaigns. But I think the thing that people really get wrong with Cenk is, I think it's something similar that they do with you, where they assume there's like some pretext or whatever. And like what I've learned in working with you is like what you see is what you get. You're really upfront about what you think. There's not some secret agenda behind the scenes. And with Cenk, if he's saying like, look, my goal is I don't think Biden can win this time. I want to get to 20% in the polls and force someone like Gavin Newsom to get in. I can tell you for a fact that is his objective. Now, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with that.
Wait, the objective is what? Restate that about Newsom getting in? Right.
He wants to, so Cenk believes if he can get to 10, 15, 20% in the polls, or someone can, that is going to force Gavin Newsom or someone like him to enter the race and force Biden to drop out. He actually had me doing a whole bunch of polling projects of trying a ton of people to see if they would be competitive against Biden. Everyone from Anna Kasparian, just up and down the race, just seeing who could actually like jump in this race and win. So it truly is what he's trying to do.
Okay. Do you want my honest feedback on that, or?
Yeah, no, of course.
I would be shocked if Cenk got more than 2% in any poll. 15 to 20% is an unbelievably high number they're shooting for. I would be shocked at over 2% on a 1-to-1 odds. And even if he did manage to climb to 15 to 20%, there is no shot that anybody in the Democratic Party is going to jump in and run against Biden, because you're committing political suicide. Do you think Newsom wants to be an enemy to the Democratic establishment? Do you think like that? I just don't see that ever being in a good political calculation for any Democrat. It would have to be like a huge outsider, I would think, not anybody that has like a future in the Democratic Party. But I could be totally wrong on that. Maybe I'm,
No, I don't disagree with you. I do think this is why he spent so much of the first of the year trying to get everyone else to jump in and run, right? And like something Cenk does that he doesn't get credit for is raising tons of money for people behind the scenes and talking to people and getting them to invest in candidates the Democratic establishment won't. So he really saw, like, he described it to me as like the nuclear option. And, especially with this, 14th Amendment stuff. It's a long shot, but it's just like, if you're asked, like, I can't say anything about what the efficacy of his plan is going to be, but I can say just the man himself, like what he says he's trying to do is what he's trying to do. That's just a fact.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if he says it publicly, I think Cenk is probably one of those people that I would say it's actually like a detriment. I think he's honest to a fault sometimes. I think sometimes he wears his heart a little bit too much on his sleeves, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's something I'm not aware of, but I've never heard of any stories, or I'm not aware of anything where like Cenk was doing something like sneaky, or it was like trying to do something. He seems like he's pretty honest about it. I just think what he's doing is obviously I disagree with it. I think it's going to work, but I think he's pretty
That's why, when Benny, the person that left TYT, the kind of tanky trans person, was like making all these allegations about Cenk, like secret conversations behind the scenes that Cenk is making. Like, I wasn't in that conversation, so I can't say like Benny is lying, but I talked to Cenk a lot, and I cannot imagine him saying half the stuff that she accused him of.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's really awkward.
Also, when it comes to public stuff like this, you should know this by now. I know this by now, right? Stuff like that never, ever, ever stays hidden if those kinds of conversations are happening. This is some shit where like everybody knows. Or there's like, there's a lot of things where like when they leak, everybody's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Whenever you're getting one person, like, oh yeah, this person is like a prolific N-word sayer, prolific transphobe, and it's like, really, one of the most popular people in this like alternative media set, and nobody else has heard it but you? Damn, there must be on some sociopathic shit to only reveal that side around you. Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, I don't think Cenk is like a bad person.
This is what made the Tara Reid stuff so non-credible. Like, you're telling me, like, she's coming forward trying to say Biden's like a sexual predator, feeling people
from like
up in
40 years ago, and it's like,
and no one else has done it. It's like, okay, Tara, what's more likely? You're a Russian agent and are kind of unwell because of some of this other stuff that's been alleged, or Biden was just overcome by you and then got his stuff together immediately after that and never did it again. Like, I never want to like accuse like a woman bringing forward sexual allegations of being a liar, but I think I could say it doesn't feel credible to me in any remote way. So